guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shayna and welcome back to my channel if you're already subscribed. I haven't posted a video in about a week. I've been going through it. It's been a really rough week and some change, but I want to do a video on a story time for you guys, and this is going to be, I wrote it down because I figured I would forget like how I want to call it, but it's called My Coworker Tried Talking to Me While He Had a Girlfriend, right? So I feel like this kind of like ties into the that story time about the side chick thing. Like I felt like I was like the side chick again. And this is a job, sorry, I'm like, my hair is like shedding. This is a job that I had about 2 years ago. And let me actually zoom in, hold on. I feel like I'm so far away. So yeah, so let's just get right into it. So basically, I was working with this guy and he was an assistant manager, right? I think so, assistant manager. There was 3 of them, but he was one of them. And like, you know, I thought he was cool, I thought he was cute or whatever. I didn't think he was that cute, but I thought he was cute. Like I liked his personality and stuff. And over time, like I forgot how it happened, but I remember obviously when you work, like everyone has your phone number, and like one day he would just text me and just like, hey, like what's up, how are you, like I don't know why I'm smiling right now. And you know, like we would have like regular conversation, and then like over time, like obviously like we would like flirt, right? But then one day I'm at work and one of the other assistant managers, who was a female, she's like, oh, I'm about to say his name. I'm gonna call him Sean. And I'm gonna call the other assistant manager Monique. I don't know. Okay. So Monique says, yo, Sean, like how's you and your girl? And I was like, like what? Like what girl? Like, so I'm already feeling a little like salty because I'm like, he wasn't acting like he had a girl. So he's like, oh yeah, she's doing good, da da da. And I was like, okay. So, you know, I'm like, all right, cool. And by this time, we were already like flirting and stuff for like a good like minute. I'll say like a minute to me, but like a few weeks. So I'm like, I didn't know you had a girl. And then he's like, yeah, but like we be like rocky and da-da. I'm like, okay. So this will be a long story time, but I'm gonna try to keep it like short. So basically, you know, I'm talking about like me and him used to text every day. It got to the point where he would go out of his way to make sure that his shift was in correlation with my shift. If not the same shift, he was coming in midday and he would see me. So even when I would be at work before him, he'd be like, hey, like how are you, how's work, how's this, how's that? And you know, I'll talk to him about my problems with work, and he'd be like, no problem, like I got you, like when I come in there, like you ain't gotta worry. So like, you know, like I felt like I was like, I don't know, like working with him was just the best. Like he was just mad chill. Like I love working with him. And keep in mind, you know, he's my manager, so I still have to be cordial with him. So all right. And my thing is also like he's a manager and he was trying to talk to me, but then I went along with it too. So it is what it is. You know, it takes 2. So yeah. So like he would like wait for me to get out of work. Like he would get me lunch sometimes. Like it got to a point where he was taking me. I'm dragging it. He asked to take me out and he never took me out. But anywho, one day I'm in work and I think I'm leaving. I work the morning shift and he worked the night shift. So I'm leaving at 3 o'clock. He's coming in at 3 or before 3. No, he came in mid shift. So he still had like 3 more hours to go and I had already finished my shift. So he texted me. He's like, yo, you about to leave right now? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to leave right now. So he's like, alright, cool, I'm coming down right now. I'm like, coming down where? Nah. But the break room was downstairs, and there's no cameras on the stairway, but once you make that turn to go into like the rooms, there's like a camera right there. So but before, actually no, he said he's coming downstairs, but I was just like, well, I'm about to leave because I got things to do. So I'm about to walk up the stairs, and I see him walking down. So at this point, we're at the middle step, and the door's closed that goes onto the sales floor. So I'm like, hi. He was like, he's in my face like this. I'm like down here on the step, and he's up here. He's like, so where you going? Like, what you about to do? What you look? And then and then he's like, oh, what you looking all cute for? Because in the summertime, because this is happening in the summertime. In the summertime, I would always bring a change of clothes because I don't want to wear my work clothes like all day outside. I knew, because like in the summertime, you know, I want to hang out after work. So my uniform was all black, and I didn't want to wear all black, and it was hot. So he's like, oh, what you looking cute for? Like, oh, what you about to do? I'm like, I'm about to chill. Like, what do you mean what I'm about to do? And he's like in my face, and like I didn't feel uncomfortable, but I'm like, because keep in mind, like, I still kind of like him, and keep in mind he still got a girl, so I'm kind of like so I was like, oh, you know, like I was talking, like let him know what I'm about to do. This mother grabs my face like this and kisses me. He goes, and I was like, and like why he like, it's like he grabs me, he's like, come here, and then he kisses me, and I'm like, and I didn't kiss him back. I feel like for me to kiss you back, I have to already know that you're gonna do it. So I'm like, okay. Mad stuff was running through my head because I'm like, he has a girl, and it's like, before I knew he had a girl, I was already feeling him. So it's like, I like the fact that he kissed me, but I was like, but you have a girl, like in my head. And I look at him and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. And then he's like, text me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like what the fuck did I get myself into? And you know, I'm leaving the oh yeah, and then when we leave, they do bag check to make sure you don't steal. So I go to the door, and since he's the manager on the shift, he's checking my bag, and like the camera's right here, so he, you know, we act like that happened. He's checking my bag, and he looking at me like this, and he's like, you better text me. I'm like, ooh, he done started some shit. So I was like, yeah, sure, definitely gonna text you. And I definitely texted him, and I'm like, listen, like, I didn't expect that. And he was just like, oh, I know, like, da-da. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, I didn't mean that in a good way. Like, I meant it like, what the hell? But it's like my face looked flustered, so he probably thought like, ooh, like, you know. And it's like, okay, like, yeah, like that, because, you know, I was already like talking to him before I knew he had a girl, but now I'm flustered because I'm like, whoa. So I'm like, yeah, I didn't expect that, and like, you got a girl. And then he was like, oh, like, don't even worry about it, like, we're not really like talking like that right now. So I'm like, okay. But you know, I was being a little dumb because it's like, I worked with him, he was like he was so cool, like me and him just had a great bond. Other than that, like, we was cool before that, so it was kind of hard. It's like I work with him, like, I worked with him probably like, I worked 5 days a week. I worked with him at least 3 to 4 times, honestly. So oh boy. So, you know, time goes by, and like, we're texting, and he's flirting with me, I'm flirting with him, because I'm like, all right, like, he says that they're not talking or anything. I'm being dumb. So it got to the point where he wanted to like get a hotel, and So I'm just like, listen, like, I feel like, God forbid I do this with you, you're gonna play me. Like, I know you're gonna play me. He was like, no, I'm not. Like, I don't want to hurt you. Like, you were a really sweet girl.
Really, nigga?
This nigga here. So, so what happened? So what happened was, now, okay, now me and Sean, I almost forgot the name I have for him, and I'm gonna call her, this other coworker, I'm gonna call her Natalie. Her name sounds like Natalie, but it's not Natalie. So me, Natalie, and Sean, we all get off work. I'm like, yo, it's lit. So we all had the open shift. It was super lit. Like, we was all like buddies, and we went to the High Line in the city, New York City, and we went to we went by Sugar Factory. But what did we do over there? I forgot what we was doing over there. I think we was like chilling or something, because we walked from work to the High Line, because the walk was probably like 15-20 minutes, but with the train it was like probably like 5. I don't know why we walked. So we're chilling or whatever, and oh no, I remember, we went to the Delancey Street. I remember they actually got off work before me, and I had the mid shift, and I was dumb tight. I had to go home, change, met them at the Delancey Street, and then we went to this spot that had happy hour. Now I remember. And we had our drinks, and he's paying for the food, and he's looking at me like, he's like, oh, you can get whatever you want on the menu. It's me and Natalie. Natalie's like his friend, but I don't know what I was to him. Like, I don't know. So I'm going also, like, I feel like if it was like just me and him, I would have hesitated. But since Natalie was going, I was like, oh, like, I'm cool with Natalie. Like, we all cool. So I'm getting whatever I want. I'm getting tacos and all that. So, and he's texting me while Natalie's there, and he's just like, oh my god, like, you look so good right now. Like, he was talking spicy, okay? And I was just like, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. Okay, so in my head, I'm like, does Natalie know that you're trying to talk to me? And she didn't know. Okay, she didn't know this whole freaking time. So before that, anyways, so we was like, yo, we should go to Red Rooster on 125th Street. So I was like, yeah, let's go later, da da da. So after we get drinks and stuff, we lit or whatever, and I think we took the train to Harlem, where Natalie lives, and we kicked it at Natalie's crib, chilling, whatever, a couple drinks or whatever, you know. And I was like, wow, Natalie, like, your apartment is nice, whatever. Anyways, so we go to Red Rooster. We met up with Natalie's friends, and you know, it was lit in there. Like, it was really nice. I was dancing. I was like, eh. And I was dancing with him, and like, you know, Natalie's like, yeah, yo, like, we were all vibing and stuff. And then out of nowhere, he just stops and he walks off the dance floor, and I'm like, he's like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. So I was like, all right, like, be careful. So, you know, I'm dancing or whatever. Natalie was like, oh, I'm gonna go check on Sean right now. So I'm like, okay. So now it's just me and Natalie's friends, and I don't know her friends like that. So I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? And like, Sean had he had this bond with Natalie, I almost said her name, with Natalie, that like, he would always tell her everything. Like, they're like best friends. So I always, like, I feel like I was out of the loop. I'm like, I don't like this. Like, y'all invited me out and y'all not including me, and like, what's going on? So Natalie comes back. I was like, is Sean okay? And then she's like, yeah, like, he's out there, whatever. So I'm like, and she's like, oh, he's having a problem with his girl, that. So I'm like, okay, all right. This mother told me that he wasn't like talking to her like that. But you know what? Like, looking back, like, Shayna, like, you know damn well he was still talking to her. So I'm like, alright, cool. So I was like, forget this. You know, I'm walking through the crowd, walking out by the bathroom, and I was like, Sean, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? He was like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, I'm on the move. I'm like, what you mean you're not in the mood? Like, we don't have the time for this. Like, we're trying to have a good time. You guys invited me out. Like, what's going on? Like, what's good? Like, and he's like, nah, I don't want to talk about it. Da da da. I'm like, bro, I already know what the deal is. So spill the beans. He's like, I'm just go home. And I was like, is it your girl? Is it? And he won't answer me. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, well, if you're leaving, then I'm leaving. So he's like, all right, so I'll take you to the train. I was like, all right, cool. Because I didn't live, you know, far. So he takes me to the train. He's waiting with me. And he's sitting on the steps. And he's just like looking at me, shaking his head. Like, he looks like in distraught. I'm like, what's going on? Like, spill the tea. So he's like, nothing. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I'll talk to you later about it. I was like, really? So you're going to tell Natalie about it, but you're not going to tell me? Really? Like, I was so mad. And he was like, I'll talk to you later, Shayna. Then my train came and then whatever. And I was so livid. And I'm texting him. I'm like, I can't believe this. Like, why are you leading me on? Like, why are you doing this with me? Like, why are you doing this to me? So, oh, I got a text. So I'm like, why are you doing this? So basically, I forgot what he told me because it was 2 years ago. Like, literally August of 2017. I'm about to say 2014. Whoa there. So basically, like, he was just fucking with his girl the whole time, and I was so upset. I was mad. Then he's like talking to me about her. He's like, oh, like, I'm having problems with her. And then I was like, why are you doing this to me? Like, whatever. Like, he was like, you know, like, there's just something about you that I really like. And like, he's like, you're just so perfect. Like, your vibe and like the way you carry yourself. And like, I could talk to you about anything. Guys love that. Guys love that about me. And it's just like, all right, well, guess what? Like, I'm not your freaking diary, bro. Like, so he's like, but like, you know, obviously she's my girl, and like, you know, there's some things that I don't like about her, and it's just, I'm just like, all right, so let me tell you something. I don't sit here and tell people break up with your girl so you can be with me, but you're talking to me for a reason. And even if it wasn't me, you're talking to another female. If she's not satisfying you in some area and it's not working, like, why are you with her? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Like, just like, bro. Like, and I was 22 at the time. He was 24. Yeah, he was 24. So I'm like, okay. I don't know why I'm doing the age out there. I don't know. But anyways, so he's like, I don't want to choose. I was like, oh, this is not shopping, bro. Like, what the I was like, really? Like, you're gonna sit here and put me in this situation? And like, I didn't even know like you had a girl in the first place, and then you went and kissed me without asking me, and then you tell me you're not talking to her. And I'm like, all right. So I'm thinking to myself, Shane, like, you probably like did this to yourself too. But like, I wasn't like thinking at the time. And I feel like I was thinking the way I was thinking because it's like I work with him. So it's like I'm trying to like maintain something. Sorry, my camera cut off. But I was saying that I'm trying to maintain something that, like, it's really hard when you work with someone and then they're your manager, and it's like when you got this drama with them, but then when you're working with them, they're telling you what to do and you have to listen to them. It's like you want to kind of not create tension, even though there is tension. It's like I kind of didn't want to like argue and say anything, and I don't know. It was just a really sticky situation. So I was like, you know, like, I'm tired of this. Like, I'm done, like, doing this, whatever. We got into an argument, and I hated working with him after that. Like, I hated how, like, he just wouldn't talk to me. Like, it would just be like, oh, Shanna, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah. And like, and that's it. I'm just like, ew. Like, and it would just make me so sad because I knew that our bond was never like that. And I'm just like, why did he do this to me? Then he made work so like aggravating, and I was just like, fuck. Like, I don't want to work with him. Like, I don't want my shifts to be with his. Like, so I was like, fuck. Like, I gotta tell my store manager. I'm like, what if I get fired? Like, oh my god. Da, da, da. So I texted my manager. Me and her were cool before, like, she was being a bitch and I got her fired. But anyways, I'm worried about getting myself fired. I got her fired. That's an old story time back in my other videos. But anyways, so I'm like, oh my gosh, Sean, like, you know, I want to tell you, like, okay, so her name is, I'm gonna give her Annabelise. Why did I think of that? I don't know. Annabelise. So I'm like, Annabelise. I don't know why. So I'm like, Annabelise. Why did I pick? No, we're gonna pick a different name. I'm gonna call her Genesis. All right. So Genesis. I'm like, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. Da, da, da. Gave her the rundown about what happened with me and Sean, and she was like, wow, like this really sucks. Like, I would have never thought that he would do that. Like, he just speaks so like good about their relationship. I was like, can you please help me? Can you please try to make the schedules where I don't really work with him like that, or not as long? And she was like, I can try my very best. Or if you want, I can move you to a different location. I was like, you were not moving me nowhere because I got along with everybody there. So, so yeah. So then, you know, she moved the shifts around, and then like I would still see him, and he just would not talk to me, like not at all, like not even tell me what to do. Like he would just leave me alone. And what sucked was that when I needed him for something, I had to be like, I'm about to see his name. I had to be like, oh Sean, like can you come here? I need help. And he'd be like, okay. And I'm like, I fucking hate you. Like I'll be behind him. I'm like, fuck ass. Fuck. Like so I was so mad. And whatchamacallit. So what happened after that? He blocks me on Instagram. Like he blocks my number, everything. And I'm like, first of all, like I'm like, why the hell are you blocking my number? Like at the end of the day, we all work together, and it's like when we have our group text, it's like I can't see your messages, and what if it's something important? Like I don't know. So yeah, he blocked me, all that. I told my store manager that, and she was just like, wow, like da da da. And I was just so mad. I was just like, wow. And yo, like I wanted to tell his girl so bad, but the reason why I didn't freaking tell her and I had the screenshots is because for the simple fact that I don't want to cause drama in work. Like, you know, there was already tension, but no one knew. So it's like if I went and told her, he would have probably said something to me in person. Like I just didn't want to deal with that. Like I was really afraid. I didn't want to lose my job over that. So to this day, she don't know. And like he ended up actually getting fired. I think he stole something. I don't know. He actually got fired like a month later, and I was like, oh shit, like what the hell. So yeah, then by then I was like, I had already deleted the freaking messages like an idiot. And I was like, I think it's too late. Like I'm not even gonna like write her. Like, I don't know. And the reason why I didn't write her was because like, you know how many situations I've been in where like I would tell the girl like, this is what your man did and I thought this, boom boom boom, and then they go and stay with him. Like I'm like, what the fuck, like why you bitch? So then a whole year later goes by, so we're gonna fast forward to 2018 now, and he finally unblocks me on Instagram. I don't know why. I guess I don't know why. And the other day I randomly like thought about him. I thought about all the people that I worked with at that place, and I'm like, like, you know when you want to like check on people, like on people's Instagrams. So I look up his Instagram. This motherfucker, he got the girl pregnant, and I was like, he done cheated on her, got away with it, and got her pregnant. So I was like, wow. Glad that's not me though. Sucks to be her. But that's basically it. It's like, isn't that freaking crazy? Like, guys really be getting away with stuff. That makes me so mad. Oh, gosh. If I could go back in time, I would have told on him. But then again, she probably still would have stayed with him because they were already together for 2 years. And another 2 years go by, and then boom, baby. So I was like, you know what? They got a family. So I don't want to be that girl that's trying to break it up. And what proof do I have now? I'm like, yeah, like he did this and this in 2017. She's gonna look at me and be like, bitch, You're lying. You're trying to break up my family. Anyways, so that is it for that. Hope you guys enjoyed that story time. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Also, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you will be alert whenever I do post a new video. It'll be the bell button by the subscribe button on my channel. Follow me on my Snapchat and my Instagram. My Instagram is Shayna and my Snapchat is XO. Again, thank you guys for watching and thank you for subscribing to my new subscribers. I appreciate you. I will see you in my next video. Bye.